Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a full council meeting of the County of Brant. Attendance has been taken, noting that everyone is here. Councillor Miller and Councillor Kyle are online, and the rest of us are in the room. Second thing on the agenda is our land acknowledgement, and Councillor Pierce is going to walk us through that.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As we gather, we acknowledge that we meet on the lands and territories of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nations, Six Nations of the Grand River, and the traditional territory of the Attawandaron. We remind ourselves that the County of Brant is situated on lands that are full of rich Indigenous history and home to many First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people today. We recognize the significance of their contributions to the past, present, and future of this land. As a county, we have a shared responsibility for the stewardship of the land in which we live and work, and a commitment to the Truth and Reconciliation calls to action. We commit to continue learning, reflecting on our past, and working in allyship.
Thank you. The next thing on our agenda is the agenda. Does anyone have anything to add to the agenda? Councillor Pierce?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Nothing to add, but if Council could indulge me for just a minute here, I would like to, those that don't know, this past Sunday, Rick Shannon passed away. Rick Shannon was, for over 40 years, a volunteer fireman for the County of Brant and the town of Paris prior to that. I would just like to send my condolences out to his family and thank them and him for his service.
Thank you. Thank you for that. And I have had calls on that, and we are going to be doing something as a county to recognize that. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. Is there anything else you want to add to the agenda? Noting that there is an addendum, which is really just the recognition of the delegation. Anything else? Seeing none, Councillor McAlpine.
Okay, moved by myself and seconded by Councillor Miller that the County of Brant Council agenda as an addendum for April 9th, 2024 be approved.
All those in favor? Opposed and carried. Thank you. Declaration of pecuniary interest. Does anyone see one? If you find one later on, please let me be the first to know. Takes us to number 5 on the agenda, which is the delegations, and that's Bob. Is he here? He's online. Hello there.
Good afternoon, Mayor Bailey, members of the committee. Bob Phillips from J.H. Cahoon Engineering Limited. I'm here on a matter that's on the agenda later tonight. It's a zoning bylaw amendment related to 213 Maple Avenue South. I'm just here to answer questions. We are totally supportive of the recommendations in the planning staff report. If any questions arise, I'd be happy to answer them.
Thank you for that. I think we're all familiar with this piece of property, and is there any questions from council regarding what's in front of us? See none, we have a recommendation. Can I get a mover? Councillor McAlpine? Councillor House? No. There's no more conversation? Councillor Pierce?
Sorry, Mr. Mayor. So we're going right to 10?
Well, we might as well. There's nothing between now and 10. Do you want to separate it and go through the... I can make it a longer meeting that way. All right. Well, I will go through 6 then. The adoption of minutes from previous meetings. We don't have any business arising from the minutes. We don't have any consent items. We don't have any committee reports. We don't have any, which takes us to 10.1. Councillor Pierce. Right there. Councillor Chambers.
Try this resolution, Mr. Mayor. I'll move that we receive the delegation information and that we approve the recommendation as outlined in the staff report.
Thank you. I need a seconder for that. Councillor Pierce. That's great. Any other conversation? All those in favor? Opposed?
Is it possible to ask a question, Mr. Mayor?
Councillor Miller, you have a question.
I do. Just in regards, again, was brought up at the initial meeting, in just regards to the driveway access to Maple Ave. The maps before us tonight are not very clear, but I'll leave it at this. This is to staff, Mr. Mayor, but any driveway access has to be approved through Public Works, and they would verify that the sight lines are adequate. I just want that verified for tonight.
You're okay with that, Bob? We have to go through.
100%.
Thanks for that,
100.
Councilor Miller.
Okay, and as we noted last time, it's a bit of a dangerous bend in the road there, so it can be a little bit tricky.
Yeah, so noted. Any other questions or comments, Councilor Chambers?
Just one comment, Mr. Mayor. When you go to receive the signs that were posted for the planning application, one is in the Fairfield Cemetery and the other is in the ditch on the other side of the road beside the irrigation pond on the farm. So if you need help finding them when you retrieve them, let me know. I know where they are.
Thank you, Councilor Chambers. Yeah, you know what, we really have tried. We're gonna have to either do something differently, or I don't know what the answer to that is, but the cemetery is not one of the possibilities, I don't think. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Thank you for bringing it to our attention again. I'm surprised there's not someone from the public here to bring it to us before you, but so noted. And we took the vote. All those in favor? Opposed and carried. Communications, we don't have any. Resolutions, we don't have any. Other business, I didn't ask if there was any other business. Does anyone have anything now they want to add to the agenda? As new, no, okay. In Canberra, Councillor Kyle, you're going to take us there.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Mayor. Through you, moved by myself and seconded by Councillor Chambers that the County of Brant Council convene in camera to discuss litigation or potential litigation and advice that is subject to solicitor-client privilege, OLT Appeal 245 Oakland Road.
Thank you. All those in favor? And we're going to move in camera. County of Brant Council meeting is back. 15 on our agenda is our bylaws. We have two bylaws to deal with. Councillor Bell.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Howes, that bylaw 2924 and 3024 be read a first time.
All those in favor of the first reading of the bylaws? Thank you. Opposed? Second reading, please, Councillor Bell.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Howes, that bylaw 2924 and 3024 be read a second time and all clauses and preambles be adopted.
Are there any questions to the second reading of the two bylaws? See none. All those in favor? And if you could finish off with the third reading, please, Councillor Bell.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Howes, that bylaw 2924 and 3024 be read a third time, passed, signed and executed.
All those in favor of the third reading? Opposed? Carried. Which takes us to number 16 on the agenda, which is the adjournment of the meeting. Our next meeting will be April the 30th at 6 o'clock, or call the chair if need be. Councillor Pierce.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a reminder that I may not be at that meeting because I'll be out of the country.
Again. Wow.
If I can dial in, I will. But I may not be coming back.
Thank you. Meeting's adjourned.